I wasn't planning on doing this today because today it's just some really terrible weather. It's kind of overcast and it isn't looking too good. But anyways, what are we doing today? We are installing a tachometer, which comes with the temperature sensor, a speedometer, and a battery meter, so we can take a look and watch the battery voltage so that we don't get too low and ruin our battery. And the tachometer is really nice because it comes with the temperature sensor. As you can see, there's a little bit of, there's a temperature up there, and it tells you the time and everything. Speedometer is a normal cycling speedometer, so it wasn't too expensive. These are 3 separate screens that I just glued together. You can see the glue in there. So I'm gonna be installing this on the bike. Should be a pretty fun time. So what do I need to do? I need to pull out the engine so that I can get to the spark plug, and from there it's a pretty straightforward job. Should take about 10 minutes, nothing major. Runleader, this is a tachometer I got off of Amazon. So if you're looking for a tachometer for a small engine, I definitely recommend this one. It's amazing. It's got a bunch of features, and it's honestly the best one on the market that I've seen, and it's not that expensive. Anyways, let me show you guys how to get this on there, how to wire it on there. This is gonna be far from any YouTube tutorial, but this is just I'm just gonna show you basically how to put it together. So what you want to get, so your tachometer comes with these 2 leads, right? So you've got a black wire and you've got a yellow one. So as you can see, this one comes with a copper ring. So you want to pull out your spark plug, right? Come on. Okay, so yeah, you pull that out, and there's your spark plug. So you want to pull out your spark plug, and you want to place this copper ring in there, right? And then you want to bolt in your spark plug. So let me do that real quick, and I'll get back to you guys and show you how it needs to look. Okay, so I just done that. So what I did is I just put the copper ring right in front of the spark plug and then bolted the spark plug in. And as you can see, that copper ring in there, you want that copper ring to be touching the engine block so that it'll be able to read the temperature off of the engine block and give you an accurate reading. Now I know some people put it along the exhaust. I don't want to do that, but some people do. It's totally up to you. But this is how I did it, and as you can see, it's quite a tight squeeze. I'm kind of worried for this cable that won't get too hot for this rubber in here. It's kind of worrying me, but I guess we'll find out. And then now you are left with the yellow wire. So what needs to happen with the yellow wire is it needs to wrap around. Let me just plug my spark plug back in. Just plug it in. Alright. So your yellow wire needs to wrap around over here, this cable that goes to your spark plug. I'm not exactly your spark plug boot. I think it's called a boot. So you need to wrap this wire around here so that it can get the reading off of those pulses that are going to the spark plug, and then from that it will be able to read more or less roughly what RPM you're doing. So let me do that as well and show you guys the finished result. Alright, so I'm finally done now. As you can see, the cable is all wrapped around there. I had to use some zip ties to hold it down. I'm gonna put some glue on that so it's a little bit stronger. And then as you can see there's the copper ring. So this is basically what you want to have. Your setup might look a little bit different, but overall this is what you want to have. And I had to take this apart. I had to just disconnect the cable here, just run it a little bit shorter so that it's easier to work with and to wrap around over here. So now the engine needs to go back inside the bike, and I'll plug the screens up, and hopefully everything works fine. Okay, so let me show you guys that with everything wired up and everything, as you can see, the temp sensor there is working, and we've got a little screen there. Still got to wire up the battery meter, you know. Gonna do that in a little while, but let me show you guys that the tachometer actually works. So this is idling.
Let my brother see the Benz, he tryna take it for a test drive. You a petty hustler doing half off a lift ride. When the wave died, I seen all them niggas get jobs. And all that old money gotta show me on IG Live. I be breaking hundreds just to stack the 110s and 5s. I just got a question for the ops, how you keep getting robbed? You ever bought two of the same shoe cause you can't decide? Been recording since yesterday, the sun about to ride. Cars in my garage.